You're now rocking with the 134 Smash Podcast, uncut and raw. You're now rocking with the 134 Podcast, uncut and raw. You're now rocking with the 134 Podcast, uncut and raw. You're now rocking with the 134 Podcast, uncut and raw. You know Smash, about to have it on Smash, about to test it with the presses. Hope you dudes and you chicks going past on go mode, so you can't stop it. We let the fans shoot, so pick any topic. My bro Yvonne, yeah, he been a dawn, live from the X, been putting that ish on. Don't even try the homies and let it fly. The corner store, Olama don't play about the homie ride. Talk about A1s, been loyal from day one. What y'all know about the horsemen? What? My four brothers, I'm speaking for them, I'm leaving you gems. So I hopped on this beat like Kevin the Rim. This here, perfect timing. Cash Ruger, that's who rhyming. We shining like new diamonds. They sharper than new liners. We ready, we on timing. You tune think you on timing. You know where to find us from Bristol to Lyman. New York. You're now rocking with the 134 Smash Podcast, uncut and raw. You're now rocking with the 134 Podcast, uncut and raw. You're now rocking with the 134 Podcast, uncut and raw. You're now rocking with the 134 Podcast, uncut and raw.
Yeah, welcome everyone to the newest podcast on the network. It's 134 Boys. I'm Kevin.
I'm Tyree.
What's up?
Yeah, Kev.
And we all proprietors of this podcast. We are no way experts, but passionate and curious observers who are willing to discuss topics. Our podcast will be a variety of topics for the public, which cover current events, life purpose, sports, entrepreneurship, music, finances, friendship, health, relationships, and entertainment. In today's episode, we would like to welcome the one and only Mr. Hodge. Let's get a rally over.
Sticks. Let's get a rally here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate being on the show.
So, how are you gentlemen doing today? How's everybody's day going so far?
We good. We excited. I'm excited, man. This is how can I say? This is one of the most anticipated guests that since we started talking, putting this together. We mentioned this man's name, and they ring bells, man. It rings bells.
Yes.
Legend.
Definitely. Mr. Hodge.
The one and only.
So we have a series of questions for you, Mr. Hodge. We're gonna have a good time today. We're gonna have a few callers in, that surprise callers that you may not have heard from in a few years. You know, it's gonna be a good show.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, let's get it. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
All right.
Yo,
so we're gonna go into. So we're gonna hit you with a couple of questions about school life, right?
Okay.
So
all right.
First question we have for you today is, what are some of the traditions or superstitions that you had during the first day of school?
Well, the first day of school is always exciting. You're kind of anxious. You wanna see who your students are. I mean, you already have the list. You already have the list of students. We get the list of our students in June. So, I know who I'm going to have. Some things that I used to do is I would ask teachers from previous classes, what were, some of the, what can I expect from, some of the students, that you have, from September to June. And, any kind of tidbits that I could get from them, I was appreciative of. And, on the first day, obviously I wanted to get to know all the students. So, definitely had everybody going around and everybody introduced themselves. And sometimes when the students introduce themselves, I don't know if you guys remember, but sometimes I would come up with nicknames for students, and sometimes the nicknames were based
Yeah.
on
Say it, Mr. Hodge.
their
Just
name.
say it, Mr. Hodge. Just say it. Just say it.
Like
It's there.
like Mary had a little Lambert.
What was the other one? What was the other one?
Chill out, brother.
Oh, that was the football name. The football name.
Yo, you know what? I mean, I don't know why Yvonne's name just stuck out to me, man. There's so many others. Right now, my brain is it's in overdrive trying to, recall some of the
Yeah.
names that I had for other
Yeah.
people, but I'm sure that you guys remember some of them and, y'all will come up with it. And then I'll be like, oh, yeah. I remember that. But,
I think
the first day
Yvonne
of
was.
school, was definitely, always exciting, anxious to see, what your students, who your students are. And, I remember that some kids were actually, a little concerned about being in my class. I use the word concerned. I remember one day a girl she was crying online. That's why I asked her, I said, "What you crying for?" And she said, "I'm crying because I heard that you mean." And I said, "Well, I'm only mean if you don't do the right thing." I said, "If you do the right thing, I'm not mean." You know what I'm saying?
Talk to him.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I, th-
that
I
was
think.
pretty much how all my first days went.
Right. I think we all had that little nervousness going into your class. Like when we
Yeah.
heard, oh, you got Mr. Hodge, it's like, oh man, I don't
Word,
know, man.
word.
But once we got in there, Mr. Hodge, and we got to really know you, you got to know us. It was like the best place to be, man. It was
Word.
the
Definitely
best
word.
place to be.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let me tell you something, man. I had fun. I had fun every day, when I came to work. I had fun every day. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I was there to do a job. I was there to do the job, and I did my job. But in the process of doing my job, we had fun. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I laughed every day in that class. Every
Every
single
day.
day.
Uh,
Something
uh,
happened. Something happened that was fun. I mean, like I'm thinking about something. I don't remember he said it, but I think I was doing a history lesson, social studies, and I think I asked a simple question like, when did Columbus discover America? And this student raised his hand, and he was so emphatic, and he was so confident in his answer. So I called on him, because you know how y'all used to do. Y'all knew the answer, it was like,
right. Ooh,
you know what I'm
me,
saying?
me,
And
me.
you be clicking your hand, you know what I'm saying? So, like call me, So anyway, I called on the student, and he said 1962.
Bah.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I mean, like normally I try not to laugh, when but that particular
Nigga,
day
1960.
I couldn't hold it, man.
That was time, right?
Probably was me. It probably was me.
Nah,
But
it
Oh
wasn't
I
none
man.
of y'all. I know who it was.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mention any names because I don't want to embarrass
Yeah,
anybody in case
that's
they
right.
are listening,
That's
on the
right.
that's 40
podcast. You
years
know what I'm
ago, 30
saying?
years
So
ago, man.
the person who did it right now will remain anonymous. But but let me tell you, when that kid said 1962, I bust out laughing, and I said, "Well, Dad, man," I said, "you acting like this happened like recently, bro."
Because I'm pretty sure it was like the '90s when the class was in session, or the '80s maybe.
Exactly.
So,
Oh boy, yeah, that was hilarious, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
That was
So
crazy.
that's just an example of me laughing every day. I enjoyed what I did, and you know, it really was a lot of fun. A lot of preparation, but also a lot of fun.
okay.
Nuts.
All right. So, going on to the next question. So, was there a routine that you had that for you to get jazzed up before class? Was there something in particular, special you did each day before you went into teaching the students?
Well, you know what? Believe it or not, when I used to drive to work, I used to listen to my man Biggie Smalls.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I was listening to Biggie Smalls, and there was one particular song that he had that, you know, besides One More Chance. One More Chance was my favorite. You know what I'm saying?
Was it
One More-
Juicy?
no, it was the one. Well, this was good too. This was definitely good. But I think it was the one that the door wave in the four.
You was listening to that, Mr. Hodge? You was listening to that?
Yeah, I can't even picture you listening to that shit.
He's
I can't
getting
even
ready
picture you
to
listening to
teach,
that.
boy. Mr. Hodge was coming prepared to teach that day, boy.
Listen, man, you know that was my music, man. I used to, you know, I used to get pumped up, man, listening to that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then I come to
that's
work
crazy.
and acting like I was listening to, you know, some jazz, something.
Then you forgot to mention you had your daily meal before every class.
Oh my goodness. How could I forget? Wait a minute. Y'all remember context clues?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
context clue you put it on
Well,
the board.
context clues was always first in the morning. You know why? So I could get my grub on.
Oh, man.
Yo,
That's why I put context clues up there.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you right now. One day, I took one of your Sunny Doodles, yo. You used to eat the Sunny Doodles. Yo, you used to eat the Sunny Doodles. And every day there's 3 of them shits in a pack. Yo, I should have gone. Yo, I don't know who it was. Me and somebody sitting together. Me and Dennis. He's like, yo, you ain't gonna take it. I said, I bet you. I said, I bet you. That's my cousin. I said, I bet you I take that shit. You open that shit, you took one out, you was eating it, you walked out the classroom, I took the other shit though. It was the yellow shit. I took that, got that. You went to the classroom, you was looking over there like, you only had one. You just ate the other one, threw the other paper in the garbage.
Sunny Doodles.
I was crying, yo. I swear.
You guys are crazy, man.
You used to eat them Sunny Doodles every day. Sunny Doodles, yo. Never offer, yo, you never offered a kid not one of them shit. I said, I gotta take one for myself now. I don't care, yo. I gotta take one for myself. Yo.
These kids are something else, aren't they, Mr. Hart?
Yo, man.
These kids are something else, but
listen, man. Y'all are funny, man.
Sunny Doodles.
Hey, listen, the truth comes out, right?
Word, like, that's like 25 years, 24 years later. I let you know I sniped you for one of your Sunny Doodles, yo. That was it, man.
Oh, man.
Shout out to
that's
Sunny
all right,
Doodles.
man. That's all right.
Mr. Hodge.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hodge, I got one of your former members in our chat, right?
Yes.
Remember James Harrison?
Yeah, definitely.
He wants to know what was your baddest class ever.
Oh, man. Tell James it was his class.
He can hear you. We on live, Mr. Hodge. He can hear you. You can talk right to
him. James Harrison. I remember you, James. I remember you, man. I can see your face right now. That class. Was that the class with Crystal Barlow and Tyson Toppin and Tracy
Oh,
Wiggins in them.
oh, yeah.
It could have been. It sound like it. It sound like it.
Yo,
Go, sorry.
He
yo,
said
listen.
he.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I can say it now
You can
because
say it.
I'm older,
You can say it. You can say it.
and I'm retired. But man, I gotta admit, there were some times when I used to pray. I used to pray and ask God, yo, please let one of them 3 girls be absent, man.
Hey, let's give Mr. Hodge a round of applause for keeping it real.
They was that bad. Oh
Yo,
man.
yo, man,
James
it was
said
crazy.
you got your rep from his class, Mr. Hodge.
Oh
Oh
And he
man.
man,
said yes, that
yo,
was the class.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shit! And
definitely,
all
man.
3 of them,
Yeah, that.
oh
Ooh, boy.
Mr. Hodge, all 3 of them girls is from Lyman. All 3 of them from Lyman.
What year was that? What
Nope.
year was that? After or before us?
That's before us.
That's
Before
Before us.
that was
That's
before
before us.
y'all. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
Oh, that's
before
before
us.
us.
James and them.
Yeah.
I think James and them might have been my first class, first or second class in 5th grade. I think I took over
Yeah.
from Miss Rick. I took over
Oh,
from
Miss
Miss Rick.
Ricks.
God rest
Rest in
her
peace.
soul.
Man,
Yeah,
rest
Miss
her
Ricks,
soul, man.
Yeah,
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 Miss
My
Ricks.
second grade
yeah,
teacher,
Miss
Miss
Rick.
Hussein.
That was my first grade
Yeah,
She
teacher.
ain't
My
play.
first
Miss
grade
Ricks
teacher.
ain't play, man.
Miss
yeah,
Hussein.
Miss Rick was all business, man. You know what I'm
Yeah, she was
saying?
all business.
Yeah, she
Yep.
was all business. She ain't play with them kids.
Nope.
And then
James
I took
confirmed,
over.
Mr. Hodge.
Huh?
James confirmed, y'all, you that was your first class.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Oh shit!
yeah,
That's
yeah,
some good
man.
memories,
Man,
So
that's
that
man.
class,
Good
crazy.
memory.
man, that class was bad, man.
Yo, you say you
Listen,
wish you
Man.
ain't
hey,
come to
hey,
school sometime?
yo, let me tell y'all something that I remember from that class. I remember one time I kept, I think I kept Crystal after school because I wanted to work with her one on one, with her math. You know what I'm saying? She told me, she said, Mr. Hodge, I don't know why you're wasting your time. She said, I can always get on welfare.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
shit.
shit!
And when
I
she
mean,
said that to
real is
me,
real. Real is real.
yo, I just said, okay, you know what? You
Right.
can go.
Oh
And
shit!
I just,
Crystal,
said,
salute.
well, I couldn't come back from that one.
Yeah,
You know, I
salute,
mean, I was
salute.
actually I was trying to work with her, you know?
Yeah.
And she told me flat out, man. Told me flat out. She said, I don't know why you're wasting your time. I can always get on welfare. And that was that.
Shit.
Wow.
Real is real, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, that class is pretty bad. Yeah.
Mr.
Oh
Hodge, I got
damn!
one more from James. One more from James. He told me to
Okay.
ask you. He said, ask Mr. Hodge about Joyce Bell, who used to come to school at 12 p.m. every day.
Miss Hodge, he getting flashbacks. Look at these memories, man.
Ain't even named too. I asked it to you, James.
Hey,
Tell you what it
hey,
is.
let's give James a round of applause for putting names out.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Yo,
Thank you,
yo,
James. We
yo, yo,
appreciate you.
yo, yo, Kev, you didn't say allegedly, because we don't know if that's true or not.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, you're right.
Allegedly,
Thank you. Thank
allegedly,
you.
Yo, Rob,
Allegedly.
I love you, baby.
Allegedly, yeah.
Thank you, man.
Allegedly, she
allegedly.
was coming in at 12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Thank
And
you.
listen, in the workforce, and you guys may have heard it. You may have heard it now. I don't know whether you have or not. But
A
Joyce
podcast.
had banker's hours.
Oh, okay. All right.
She had banker's hours. You know, she
I
I'll
was
call you
got
like
you.
back. I'll call you back. I'll call you back.
she was like the CEO. She was the CEO of the class, so she can come in whenever she wants.
Oh
So, Mr.
shit!
So, Mr. Hodge, can you tell us some of the famous the kickball games and the famous kickball games we used to play outside and everybody's looking forward to it. Just whoever class versus your class and just the famous games.
Well, let me tell you. I remember Yvonne, since you're on the podcast, Mr. Hodge class versus Mr. Stevens class.
Mr. Freeman, woo 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 woo. Represent,
Uh, I,
baby.
I I wasn't keeping track of the one loss record, but
Yo,
I would
Mr.
like
Hodge,
to.
I think you should pick your class on purpose, like athletes and non-athletes. Non-athletes go to Mr. Freeman. Athletes go to Mr. Hodge class. Yeah,
What?
word.
That's true. That's true.
Word.
That's true.
Word.
Nah, you know what it was? If y'all came to my class, you were gonna become an athlete, whether you were an athlete or not.
Yes, sir.
Because
100%.
I was gonna instill that in you some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, listen, all of y'all were experts. All of y'all were experts in dodging.
There you go. Dodge.
You know what I'm
dodgeball.
saying? I mean, because like Rashawn, he was different, man. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
like you ain't
I don't remember him being good, but I get you, Sarge.
Whatever. You know, I was tier one. I was tier one of athletes.
I don't remember that, bro.
I was tier one.
My brother.
all you guys are pretty good, man.
Now, I
Mr.
hold
Hodge,
on.
let them know who your quarterback was, man.
Yeah.
Let them know about who your quarterback was.
My quarterback, he helped us win a championship. Tyree Allen.
That's all we need to know.
Okay.
The great one, Mr. Hodge. They call me the great one, TGO.
Was you
it was appropriate. It was appropriate.
It was appropriate.
Was you the great one that day in the rain?
Tyree.
I don't know. One of the men.
He was the John. He got a John Starks highlight. That's his career highlight. Dunking on Jordan.
You a hater.
I got chips.
I mean, I got a chip too. I got a chip too.
He got the dunk. He got the dunk. He got that. But I got the chip.
All I know that Mr. Hodge was screaming at y'all in the car. How could y'all lose to the bums? And me and Rob like, yo, let's go to the E, baby. Let's go to the E, baby.
Let's go to the E.
Listen, man.
He got us back on track, and we ain't lose after that. We ain't lose no more after that.
It was a cardinal sin, man. It was a cardinal sin to lose to Mr. Freeman class, man. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Come on, man.
That's how y'all felt?
We ain't had that, man. You know?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I knew it was
he used to say, if y'all lose to them, we ain't coming outside tomorrow and y'all getting extra work. So put that best foot forward.
Yep. That's
put
how
that
it
best
was.
foot forward.
Put that best foot forward. Y'all always is playing mad aggressive. I'm like, why they so aggressive?
Yeah. It's summertime.
So Hodge used to say, get all your work done, and at 2, we out there.
We out there.
Right.
We out there.
Well, Mr. Freeman said, get all your work done by 9 a.m. and we going to the Bronx Zoo. That's what we did.
Now, y'all was known for trips, man.
Bronx Zoo, baby. We lived in there every Wednesday.
That's true.
He said your class could have named every animal in the zoo, bro.
Oh, shit.
We knew every animal in the zoo, baby.
That's true. Y'all took a lot of trips, man.
Some good memories.
Yeah, very good, man.
Wow.
Was that when I had y'all? Were we over in the
mini
building outside?
Mini building.
That was the second
building.
year, the
Right.
mini building.
Yeah.
Yeah, mini building. Cause we was moving stuff out of the main building into mini building. I remember that joint.
The whole 5th grade, that's all we did was move furniture.
We was moving. Yep, moving furniture. That was fucking child labor. Child labor.
We violated all child labor laws, man.
Oh my God.
Mr. Hart, these guys are something else, man.
Yo, that's how you got your grade. Show up and pick the biggest desk.
Yeah, we was in 5th grade with Miss Clark. Yo, what grade?
Yeah, we was in Miss Clark.
Miss Clark, exactly. Miss Clark class.
I had
Miss
Miss
Clark.
Grade, yeah.
Oh yeah, Miss
Yeah,
Clark.
We was in the mini building.
Miss Clark moved down south.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she taught me in private school.
Oh, word?
You did?
Yeah, she taught in private school. 99 Park was called Yeovilton. That was my first. I went there pre-kindergarten and kindergarten. Then I went to 134 first grade. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Oh, so,
okay,
oh,
okay.
so you're not one of us, right?
Nah, he's not original. Nah,
I'm really
nah,
not
nah.
one of y'all. I'm really not. But I came and I stick around and I knew me for the longest. So I'm
You
one of y'all. You
family.
see my
You
shirt?
family.
I'm 134 boy. You ever see that shit?
You
He's
family.
not original. Let's hit him with the horns. Not original. Not original. Not
Oh
original.
Yo,
man.
you wild,
Oh.
yo.
Me, me and Kev, we from pre-K,
We
Miss
start
Guilford.
from Miss Guilford class.
Oh yeah,
Oh
I
wow.
wasn't
Miss
in there. I wasn't
Guilford.
in there.
Rest her sweet soul, man. Rest
Shout
her
out
Oh
to
yeah,
sweet
Miss
Miss
soul,
Guilford,
Guilford.
man.
Miss
God bless.
Guilford.
Yeah,
Rest
Yeah,
God
Miss
rest,
Guilford.
her
God rest her soul, man.
soul, Miss Guilford. Rest her
Uh,
soul.
They should have named that school after Miss Guilford. She
She
done
was
taught
there for a
almost every
long
kid that
time,
lived in
man.
that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Miss
It's
Guilford.
Oh yeah,
it's
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yep.
every
She,
kid. It's not one kid or one man or woman that I don't know that lived there that
yeah,
didn't cross Miss Guilford's
yeah.
class.
Yeah,
She was
yeah,
there from
yeah.
a
Yeah.
long. She,
Miss Guilford is
Yeah, yeah.
And
one
Miss
of
she's
Hines.
Oh,
she's
Miss
been there
Hines.
long.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Miss
it. Yeah,
Hines
Miss
too.
Hines. Miss
Wow.
Hines. Miss Hines been
Shout
Yeah.
out
around
Miss Hines.
forever,
Yeah.
man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're one of
They
the
were all.
OGs.
Like I always say, it's like
Let me ask y'all a question now. Who was the principal when y'all were there? Was it
Mr.
Mr. B?
Beat.
Oh, that's easy.
Mr.
Yeah,
Yep,
Dr.
Beat,
Mr.
yeah.
Gilligan.
B
Dr.
Hmm.
Gilligan was
and
his assistant principal.
Dr. Gilligan.
Dr. Gilligan was
Yeah.
the assistant
Yeah.
principal. Right.
What you
Hmm.
used to do? What you
Yep.
used to
then
do?
no.
That's what he used to do. That was his shit. He used to
And
whistle
hold
and do
on.
like this. What the fuck?
And Mr. B had the bloodshot red eyes, right?
Yes, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Dr.
God
Gilligan was
bless her
cool
Come
soul.
though,
on,
man.
man, bro.
He
Bless
never
her
got
soul, man.
flustered. He never got flustered, man. I
Yeah,
Never.
he
mean,
never
word.
was.
Good
he
Working
Kev.
in
was
that
Good,
so
area,
smooth.
good.
working working in that area, he know how to handle them kids. Like in that area, he know only that complexion, he know how to handle them kids over there. Like I don't know. He definitely
And,
was never flustered.
but
Yeah.
but remember, but when they left, who came when they left? Because remember, we still was in it. It was a transition.
Remember the guy who thought he was Joe Clark? They was calling him Joe Clark.
The black dude, yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah, I
came in
remember that.
like with the bat, and you don't
I
remember
don't
that,
Yeah.
remember
Mr.
that.
Hodge? He came in the
Nah,
mini
I don't
building with the
remember
bat. Like
When you do
I
crack,
said, this guy
you
think he
do
Joe Clark.
like you do crack. No, I don't do crack, man.
that. What kind
You
of
remember who they talking about, Mr.
jump?
Hodge?
Yo, I don't remember, man.
Yeah,
I
I don't know
remember
that
Mr.
either.
Rothstein. There was a guy named Mr. Rothstein. I remember him. I don't know
Nah, I
whether
That
don't
he
wasn't
remember
his
was.
that.
name. This,
That wasn't his name. Okay.
this was a guy.
How did
I
you go
think he
over
was
after
from
Dr.
Jersey
Gilligan left?
too.
Yeah, he came on. He came in and
He
saw
came from Jersey. He was from Jersey, Mr.
Yeah.
Hodge. I
What?
forgot his
Oh
name,
wow.
but he
Hmm.
lasted 1 year and
He
he was
lasted
gone.
1 year and that was it, huh? Oh wait a minute.
Yeah,
Was it John Son? No, it wasn't him. No, he did him mixed up with somebody else. Sorry.
yeah. It was a
Let's
black guy though.
Yeah,
But
let's
like
take
we
it
used
too
to,
far back.
we used to always say like, you know, you guys are you a legend. Like we mentioned 134. You gotta if you don't mention Mr. Hodge, then you don't know what you're
You
talking about.
you
Yeah.
wasn't in
So
134 when it was
you
real. If
wasn't
you don't know
you
Mr.
wasn't
Hodge,
yeah you don't know Mr. Hodge. You don't know Escalante. You didn't know Mr. Sane. You didn't go there. You didn't that you
right,
went there
right.
after like
yeah.
you used to probably be like in
Ab-
special ed or something. I mean, you
Yo,
wasn't really there with us. I mean, but
And not just
allegedly,
that,
Shout out to everybody
allegedly
that was in special
special
ed.
ed.
Man.
not just that
Allegedly.
alone, man. They played a major part in the educational system
Yeah,
and outside.
yeah, you
They
did.
Mhm.
Definitely
interacted with
outside.
us. They interacted with us outside. They gave us activities. They interacted in those activities. Those times
Right.
are long gone and lost.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
you
Yeah.
are a big mentor to us. You showed us that we can learn and we can have fun together at the same time with a respect factor, which
Right.
is long out the door. Long out the
Right.
door.
Right.
Long
Right.
out the
Right.
That
door,
brings
Right.
man.
me to
Right.
my question, Mr. Hodge.
Yes, sir.
What's the difference? What would you say? What would be the difference between today's education and education back then? Like, what's the difference in how they run the school system and all that
Yeah.
from then and
Uh,
now?
I think back then, discipline was more of a factor.
Definitely.
Discipline was more of a factor. You know,
More hands on.
yeah. I mean, I think today kids can get away. The kids can get away with a little bit more than what they used to get away with. You know, like when you guys were in school. You know what I'm saying? And I say that based on my last 10 years. My last 10 years, you know, in the field was as a suspension site supervisor. You know what I'm saying? I worked at the PAL on Longwood Avenue.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
But
Yeah.
We followed you
anyway,
over there, Mr. Hodge.
yeah,
We went over there when you was there.
That's why I have 30.
yeah.
That's why I have
Well,
30
you
not
know,
20.
I mean, like I see how. First of all, I see how the kids interact with the teachers. You know, at least when I was when the kids from the high school, and I'm talking about the kids from the high school. When the kids from the high school next door, they used to come over to the PAL to use the gym, and you know, it was almost like the kids was almost like buddies with the teachers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you got to know how to draw that line. You know what I'm saying? You can be buddies with them, but you know, there's also that respect factor. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So I think that's the difference. As far as educationally is concerned, though, you know, technology has come a long way. Technology's come a long way. When I was in the classroom too, we ain't even have no computers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
We ain't,
Yeah.
we ain't even have no
Remember
computers.
they started us off with those old Apple computers. They was what, like Macintosh, big,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah, the
green
big
Remember
back.
them?
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those old big,
Oh, the color
they like
back.
TVs.
Yeah.
The floppy disk. The floppy disk.
The
You had to put the
floppy
floppy
disk.
disk in
Yep.
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? I
San
remember
Yeah,
that
Diego.
that we
being a
was play
Yeah.
game.
that game all the time.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah,
did. Hell
Came a
yeah.
long way.
Hey, y'all want to
Long way.
hear an embarrassing story, at least as far as my lack of technology was
Yeah.
concerned. At that particular, I was in grad school. I was in grad school at City College, and I was taking a class, and you know, we had to, you know, we had to do a term paper, you know, at the end of the, you know, towards the end of the semester. And the teacher told us, he was like, "Hey, I want you guys to email your papers to me." So when he said that, I was like, "Oh my God, email papers!" I'm like, "Yo, I'm used to writing papers and, you know, typing up my stuff and handing it in, and he's talking about email." So anyway, I always used to wait till the last minute to do my papers, right? So I wait till the last minute, and then I'm like, okay, I got email this thing. So I'm trying to actually email, not sending it as an attachment. I ain't know nothing about sending anything as an attachment. I mean, nowadays that's like water under the bridge. Everybody knows how to do
Yeah.
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you know, I didn't know how to do it at that particular time. So here I am trying to actually type up my paper in a regular email. And then when I click send, it didn't go through. Why? Because I had
Man.
surpassed the character limit. I had surpassed the
Yep.
character
Oh
limit.
yeah,
It wouldn't
yeah.
send it. It
I
wouldn't
didn't know
send it.
what in the world to do. Luckily, I had just dude's phone number, and I called him up. Because I usually didn't really socialize with people in class. I mean, you know, when you go to city college and whatnot, everybody come in class from work. Everybody coming in
Yeah.
from work. You come in from work, you sit in the back. I'm trying to stay awake. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work hard all day. Now I got to go to school. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so anyway, luckily I took his phone number and he told me, he was like, "Yo, man, you got to send it as an attachment, man. You got to do this and you got to do that. You got to do this and you got to do that." And somehow I got my paper in, you know, thanks to that dude, you know, but I did not know what in the world to do, man. I'm trying to
Yeah.
send this dude paper as a regular email.
Yep.
So
Technology
yeah,
definitely moved very swift. Quick moving thing, man.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
already in
yeah.
the AI stage now. So that's
Yeah, right? For
all you gotta
real.
do is ask the question. They create it for you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, back in my day, I think the computer, our definition of technology was the overhead projector.
That was it.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember
Yep.
that. And they used to push in that TV with the VCR when we had movie
Oh
time.
man, yeah, big brolic, that big
It was
brolic TV.
strapped down on a rack, and they used to push it in the room. I
That's
said,
right.
man,
Right.
So
Yeah, that was technology back then, man. You know what I'm
one of
saying?
one of the
mm-hmm.
questions I had, Mr. Hodge, was what was like the fashion, the Kangol used to wear, like that was like a big imprint. We see the Kangol from deep, like Mr. Hodge coming right now. Like, what was the Kangol about?
You know what? I just like the hat, man. I just like the hat. It was. I don't know. It was dudes around my way was wearing them. Dudes around my way was wearing them. That's what we wore. We wore Kangol, man. Kangol and trench coats.
There
Get
you
trench
go.
Yeah,
coat.
yeah.
The trench
Kangol
coat.
and
You
trench
had that
coats,
Shaft,
long
man.
black leather
I
one,
remember the
Mr. Hodge.
black trench.
Shaft,
That's right.
Shaft. That was from
There
Shaft.
you
You got
go.
that from Shaft.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
man.
was from
Hey,
Shaft.
listen,
You
Yeah.
used to
man.
beat that
That was the
Kango up, Mr.
style.
Hodge. You used to slam that hat on the floor
Oh
when you
yeah.
got upset.
Damn,
Damn,
Yeah,
man.
man. That was a
damn, man.
that Kango was a multi tool. It was a hat. It
and,
was a
Get around
and you know
here.
what? Yo, I just bought a Kango off of Amazon about 2 months ago.
Oh, here we
A
There you go.
go.
Kango.
I
Here we
haven't seen
go.
them in a while.
I just
Here
bought a
we
black
go.
Kango, man. I'm still wearing them. I'm still wearing them. I'm still
That's your
wearing them.
signature
Yeah.
hat. That's
I have a black leather, hat, Kango. I
Mm.
have a brown one, and the black one that I ordered off of Amazon. Uh, that's more like for the springtime. You know what
Okay,
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
okay.
okay.
that's your
Yeah.
signature hat. That's you.
Yep.
That's you,
So
Mr. Hodge. That's
I'm
you.
still wearing them. I'm still wearing them as we speak.
I,
Yeah. That's what's
got,
up.
I'm still wearing them, man. As a matter of fact, you know what? When my mother, God bless her soul,
So,
she was, in her older days, she had started to get sick a lot. And, sometimes, I'd have to put her in the hospital. And, I used to go visit, obviously go visit my mother, see how she was doing. And I used to have my Tango. I think at that time I was an assistant principal, and I used to go to work, suited up,
Hmm.
with my Tango. So when I used to go visit my mom's and whatnot, the nurses used to see me. And one day, one of the nurses asked me, she said, "Excuse me, sir, like, are you a detective or something like
DT.
that?"
yeah,
She
Detective
thought I was a
Hodge on duty.
detective because of the way I dressed, because I had the Kangol on and I had the trench coat and my suit and whatnot. She just knew I was
Detective
5'0".
Hodge. That's right.
I told
Detective
her,
Hodge.
I said, no, I'm an assistant principal. She was like, what? She couldn't believe it. She could not believe it, man. But that was, I guess, I don't know. I guess I must have looked like a police officer, you
Damn, you
know?
got something?
Yeah, I got a couple more questions. I'm gonna ask some more educational questions. Then we're gonna venture over to your personal life. We're gonna find out a little bit about Mr. Hodge. All
Okay,
right.
cool,
So
cool.
if you could change anything in the education system, what would that be? And if any?
Mm, wow. You know what? Man, I tell you, I think, and I'm not sure if there's any changes that have been made, but I think there's a lot of emphasis. There's a lot of emphasis on test scores. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they should not. play a role. But I think, you know, I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin. You have a youngster who's getting ready to go to college. Are they still are the SATs and the ACTs still being used? They knocked that out the box, right?
Yeah, they stopped using them now. They're not mandatory anymore
Oh, okay,
for
good, good. Because
acceptance. Yeah,
that was what I was going to say. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because a lot of times, you know what, some kids, the tests are not totally reflective
Hmm.
of what a student can do
correct,
and what a student
100%,
knows. You know, some people are
correct.
just
Yeah,
not good
No,
test takers. You know what
correct.
I'm saying?
Exactly.
Sometimes, you know, they get nervous. They get
I won't put it
nervous,
on.
you know, come test time, and you know, they may not perform as well as they can. But as far as, you know, the way they conducted themselves in the classroom, you know, as far as doing their classwork and, you know, things of that nature, you know, they were excellent students and whatnot. That should be something that should hold a lot of weight, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they did away with the you know, with the SAT and the ACT. That's what I was going to say. You can see
They
how long
they
I've been out the
s-
system. I didn't even know it.
they still do require the standardized exams like the in New York I think they call regents. I don't know if they're
Regions,
still
yeah.
called
Hmm.
Regions,
regents,
yeah.
but in
Yeah.
Virginia we call them their SOLs. So they
Hmm.
take those at the end of the quarter and they're mandatory. They have to pass each subject in order to graduate.
Hmm. Right, right, right,
So
right.
they still
Okay,
have a
well, something like
standard.
that I can understand. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, something like that, definitely, and try to make it easy. I guess something has to be done to try to make it a little bit easier for students of color to, you know, get into some of the more, for lack of a better term, affluent schools. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
You
Understood.
know, because I don't think the representation, I don't think the representation is where it should be.
Hundred
Mm.
Uh,
percent. I agree. Agree.
yeah.
Speaking of that, Mr. Hodge, what was your favorite subject to teach back then?
Mathematics, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Mathematics,
Mm.
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Mathematics, without a doubt. I don't know if you guys remember, but I used to save math for after lunch. Most of the
Mm.
Yes.
time, you guys have lunch period 6. And then
Yep.
period 7 and period 8, I used to just put math on there. Because that's all we did.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yep.
I was, oh man. I mean, if y'all remember, I mean, I was big on explaining exactly how to do something or whatever. You know, like for example, if you wanted to add fractions with unlike denominators,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
okay? Obviously, there was a difference between unlike and like. You know what
Correct.
I mean?
Correct.
And, uh, you know, I remember writing the steps on chart paper. I remember writing the steps on chart paper and, and posting the charts all over the room. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I used to tell you guys, if you follow my steps to the T, you'll know what to do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I mean, like, I think step number one for adding fractions with unlike denominators was you have to find the LCD.
Least common
Least common
Yes.
denominator.
Least
denominator.
common denominator.
Yes,
You
Yep.
had
yeah,
to
Least
find.
common.
yeah.
See, look at that. Y'all, look at that. Y'all remember?
Mi-
Y'all remember?
Mr. Hodge, you know, for me, I didn't everything you saying at the time I wasn't getting it, right?
Yeah, as you get
But
older, yeah,
when I went to the next grade in middle school, that's when I knew how to put all that
yeah,
together.
yeah.
But when
Right,
we was learning it, it was like, oh man, it
right,
took me to
right.
get to the next grade to say, Mr. Hodge said this and Mr.
Yep.
Hodge said
Right,
that. So
right, right.
that's where it
Well, you
kicked
know
off
what?
for me
And,
at.
and, and it's funny you say that because that was, I used to hear, I used to hear that the students, some students from 134 didn't know how to do certain things when they got to middle school. And that used to
Oh,
bother
Right.
me. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
shit.
It used to bother me, you know? And it's just like even me, like, you know, teaching 5th grade and 6th grade for the most part, there were some things that I thought students should know when they got to me.
Right.
Sometimes they didn't know it. And
Mm-hmm.
that put pressure on me because, like, let's say, there were certain times of the year where we had to start getting you guys ready, for the
For
standardized exam.
testing. Yeah, for testing.
And
Yep.
they used to have all this test ready material. You know what I'm saying? And I remember one time one of the assistant principals came to me and he handed me like the test booklet, and he handed me a syllabus, and he said, okay, by week 10, this is where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? There were certain things like I should have covered lessons 1 through, let's say, 1 through 10 by week 10. And
Right.
so I would look at the lessons before teaching to you guys. And sometimes I would say, oh my God, I said, I haven't even gotten to this yet. Like according
Yeah.
to, the syllabus that I had been given at the beginning of the year. So
Right.
before I could give y'all, let's say, test number 1, I have to make sure that y'all at least were exposed
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
to the concept. You
Correct.
have to be exposed. You have to know. I couldn't give you the test and not teach you the stuff. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I mean, So I remember one time, the assistant principal came into the room. He wanted to see how I was progressing, and I told him, I said, look, I'll be honest with you. I said, I'm behind schedule. I said, and the reason why I'm behind schedule is because, before you gave me this stuff, I was following the math syllabus that I was given at the beginning of the year, the pacing chart. I was following the pacing chart, and, I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. And according to the pacing chart, some of the material that was in the test ready stuff, I hadn't even gotten to yet. So I had to teach y'all that first. I had to teach you that
Right.
stuff
Yeah.
first before I could even give you the practice test.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, it wasn't fair to y'all. It wasn't fair. How can I expect y'all to do well and I haven't taught it?
Right.
Plain and simple, man. So yeah, that was challenging, but you know what? I enjoyed every minute of it. I wouldn't trade it for nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? I felt like
Right.
I did a pretty good job. I felt like I had y'all prepared, and I didn't want to move on from, let's say, step A to step B. Or lesson 1 to lesson 2 to lesson 3 to lesson 4 until y'all were ready to move on to lesson 3 or lesson 4, whatever the case may be.
I want to chime in on that. Just my opinion is, I think that between our generation and the generation now, we were more prepared because of how things were taught. They have a new system of math now. I don't know if you're familiar with it or seen it, how they're teaching them how to multiply and divide. It's crazy. Never seen it. These kids cannot do math without a calculator or plugging it into some app to
Right.
solve an equation. They don't know the long form or the standard form that we were taught.
Wow.
So without a calculator, they can't actually do simple math.
Right.
So just things like that, how the shift in the generation has changed, and just the survival tactics, how we had to figure out things. They don't have that same ability we do to make things work, to figure it out, And I think technology has dumbed that down for them.
You ain't gotta
we
show
don't.
work.
Right.
You don't have to show work no more. Just type it in. We gotta do show and work. Like how you got this answer, the formula. Like, you know what I mean? That's definitely because I know exactly what you're talking about. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Long
And
division.
when you say show
remainder.
all work,
Yeah, that's you.
That was
How you
that
get
was
that
the
remainder up
phrase.
there?
That was the
How you get that
phrase.
remainder?
That was the phrase.
You can't just put that remainder up there, a R with a 2. Let me see how you got that shit. Let me see that. Take away. That was the last number up there? That goes up top. Yeah.
It was the steps. Let me see the steps. Let me see
Yeah.
the steps.
show
Which
all your
we
work.
should
Remember,
Show your work.
appreciate you
listen,
for that, man.
I used to put that in parentheses. I used to
Show
put
all
that in
Yeah.
work.
Yep. Show
parentheses.
steps.
Show all your work.
If you
Mm-hmm.
need extra
You just
paper,
can't
if
arrive.
you need,
You just can't arrive
yeah,
at an answer.
if you need extra paper, we got a lot of paper up here for you. Don't worry about it. Show all your work. 15
That's right.
questions, 15 ways to show all your work.
Yep.
We got mad
There
paper
you
up here.
go.
Come get it.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
Those
crazy.
valuable life lessons, man. You instilled a little bit in us that you have no idea. You planted the seed, and we appreciate you for that. I'm sure there's other people online that probably would like to reach out to you. If so, please feel free. Ask any questions, man. Thank the man for all he's done, all he's contributed, seeds he planted.
Definitely.
So it
So honored to be on the show. You guys have no idea. I think it's quite obvious that you can tell that I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying myself,
yes.
and you guys are enjoying yourselves right along with me.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know, this is just really, it's just really a blessing to be on this opportunity
Yes.
to come on the show.
We
Sir.
So Hodge,
appreciate
can I
it.
put a little pressure on you a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can, can you since this is our first podcast, right? And most people on here already know who we are and stuff like that. For the people who don't know, can you go through down the line how each and every one of us, what type of student we were?
Uh-oh.
Well, he
Sure,
never
I think
he
I
never
can
had me,
remember.
so he never
And you
had
can
me.
Except for,
we
except for
can
you,
Uh-oh.
fit
Vaughn.
we can fit E in there somewhere, even though
He never,
he didn't have you, but you
he
know
never
E
had me.
enough to
Right.
say something.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Uh-oh.
I'll start. I'll start with you, Tyree.
All
Tyree,
right.
hardworking student. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Thank
sometimes,
you.
I thought you probably
Be
could have did a
honest,
little
Mr.
bit better.
Hodge. I can
Yeah.
take it, Mr. Hodge. Be honest.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I thought you could have done. I thought you could have done a little bit better than
Yes.
you did. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I mean, listen, man.
No, bro.
The bottom line is that you did well enough to pass. You were not held back. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And
There you go.
hey, listen, man. It didn't stop you. It didn't stop you from being successful. You know what
Okay.
That's
I'm
right.
saying?
Thank you,
It didn't
man.
Okay.
stop
That's
you from
right.
There
being
you go.
successful.
There we go, child.
Appreciate
Kevin,
that.
you got it, man. You got it. Kevin, you were a pretty good student from what I can remember. You know, you were, I guess back in them days, you was a little silly, you know.
Yeah, I was class clown. Always a clown,
See
man.
now, he gonna change.
Always a
You
clown.
was a little silly, but you got, you know what? You got your work done because, hey, listen, your folks used to come over there.
And
My
my
They,
home,
they,
grandmother was
they
there.
come
great
over there and
grandma.
straighten you out,
Rest
My
in
you
peace.
know.
Mary
grandmother
ain't
was
play,
there.
man. Miss
That's
Mary
right.
ain't
Mary,
play.
She was up.
You
she
know
was a
what
I
I'm
mean,
good.
saying?
hey, it didn't help living across the street from the school and stuff.
She was a
Nah, it
get
sure
that boy.
didn't. It sure didn't because she was over there in a heartbeat, man. And Roxanne, another good student, you did your work. You did your work. You played around a lot too,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But,
I always play.
you
All
did
day.
your work. You did your work, man. I mean, overall, I was basically satisfied, with all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there were some students who, I wasn't satisfied with, but overall, y'all were pretty good. I'm not going to complain, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all of y'all had your moments when you did some silly stuff. But I mean, come on, y'all were kids. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody
yeah.
Mr.
everybody
Hodge,
has
I
those
couldn't be the
moments.
only kid on here. I couldn't have been the only kid on here failing. Come on, get E in there, man.
Yeah.
Get
I
E
didn't
in
say
there.
you was
You
failing.
ain't say you
No,
failed, Ty.
I said
Pass,
I
man.
didn't say you was failing. I said that
I know, I know.
Miss Hall,
you could have done
we'll
better.
call him barely, barely.
Yeah,
Get
hey,
That's
E in
all I'm
there
ba-
saying.
somewhere. Fit him in there somewhere,
barely
Mr.
is
Hodge.
good
Come on,
enough.
man.
Hey,
Now,
barely is
Yvonne,
good
what can I
enough for
say,
me,
man?
man.
I mean, I never taught you, man, so I don't
I'm
know. I
trying to
mean,
tell you, yeah, he was good. We family,
you
bro.
know, I mean, I know you were pretty good in sports. I know that.
Thank you. Finally, I mean, I
Yeah, you
appreciate
were
it. Thank you
pretty
so
good in
much. Thank you so
sports.
much.
But you know what? Hey, listen, man.
I don't
Ain't
know
no
about
need
I
that
for us
appreciate
to
it. I
be
shit.
appreciate
crying.
it.
We ain't gonna cry
Hey,
over spilt milk, man. At the end of the day, man, you know what? The bottom line is that y'all are doing something. Y'all are doing something constructive with your lives. And
yes, sir.
Yes,
teachers,
Yes, sir.
100%.
Right.
teachers, that's all we can really ask for. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
You know,
yes.
ain't none of y'all
Mm-hmm.
behind bars. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Knock on wood.
y'all,
Nobody dead.
yeah,
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 Knock
yeah,
on
Knock on
yeah.
wood.
wood.
Knock
Thank,
on
Yeah.
wood.
you know, y'all not
thank you,
Knock
doing
on
Father.
wood.
stupid stuff. Hey, listen, man, at the suspension site where I was working at, we used to call it Rikers Junior because
Mm.
Oh
some of those
shit.
some of those kids some of those kids, you know, they were headed. You could see that they were headed to Rikers, and in
Oh
some
man.
cases, you know, our predictions were correct. You know, our predictions were correct, man. You know, so I'm glad to say that, you know, that hasn't happened to none of you guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Mm.
happy about that.
You know
We
what's crazy,
blessed,
Mr.
man.
Hodge? You know what's crazy? My stepson came to your suspension school one day because he had
Yeah.
brought a knife to school, and then my girl had at the time she had wrote my name as like a contact, emergency contact, and you was like, hold on, my son George. Then he started naming my moms and shit. She's like, yeah, that's my boyfriend. Yeah. I
That's small
She
world,
called me.
man.
She's like, yo,
Small
Right.
your
world.
teacher here. I'm like, who? Like Mr. Hall. I'm like, you don't want where you from? 134 or something? Nah, you was in suspension school. I was like, oh, that's crazy, yo. Dad see my name. And he was like, my son George, emergency contact. Well, I know this person. His mother name is
Small
Tina
world.
Ashby. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah,
Small
definitely was
Yeah.
world,
crazy.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Hey, listen.
hell yeah.
There was a girl that I taught named Lisa Holston.
We know her.
Yeah, we know.
Her son was at the suspension site.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
locked up right
And
now.
when she came there, I
Allegedly.
didn't even remember her at first. And she was
Yeah,
like, she's like, you remember me? And I was like looking, I was like, nah, I'm afraid I don't. You know, then she told me, I was like, oh, but I was like,
Yeah.
wow, man. You know, so that's when you know you've been around a long time.
Yes, yes.
I worked for
yeah,
32 years.
Been
damn,
around for a
hell
minute,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
We definitely appreciate you showing us love.
Definitely.
We needed this to start off. You know, hopefully we can have you
Definitely.
back. And we appreciate everything, taking your time out to even show us love. I appreciate
On
it.
on our
No
100th
problem.
episode or something, we got a hundred thousand viewers. Yeah, you the
I
first
Right.
person
claim
that put
it.
us on. Yeah, yeah,
I
Uh
put
claim
huh.
it.
that
I
shit out
claim
there.
it.
Yes, yes,
Manifest
sir.
that. Manifest that.
We
Yes.
claiming it. We
Talk it.
claiming that.
Talk it right.
Yeah,
Well,
Yes,
listen,
sir.
definitely,
man. Much success, man, to y'all, man. I'm like I said, I was so happy to be on, so happy to see y'all. You know, I mean, it just made my day. It made my day. I'm so happy I was able to get on the show with y'all, and thank you for allowing me to be the first person. I hope that you'll have me back in the future.
definitely
Bless you,
will,
Mr. Thank
definitely
you so
will.
much. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Mr. Hodge, for real.
Appreciate you, Taj.
Right. So listen, I'm gonna sign off,
Yeah.
y'all. I'm gonna go
We
on upstairs
we
and
Okay.
watch some TV.
Okay.
Hold
The
on,
Y'all
Yankees
James.
are
enjoy.
losing. The
I'm
Yankees
gonna
is
connect.
losing
We'll put you
2-1 right
through.
now too. It's the top of the
Uh-oh,
11th.
say it ain't so. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
Well,
2-1,
sir.
top of 11th.
well, my Mets is playing
go
tomorrow.
ahead, Ty.
They over in London. They're in
London,
London. They're
yeah,
playing
yeah.
against
You
the
know what we
Phillies.
do.
Phillies,
Yeah,
that
London.
can't be the Phillies.
yeah.
That can't be the
I,
Phillies. Don't worry about it.
So
You're
Kev, I
don't
the
worry
got one
about it.
opposite.
caller. James called in.
Yeah,
A
James.
caller?
we gonna find a way. We gonna find a way, man. We
James
hot
just
right
called.
now. We won 3 in a row.
Mr.
And Mr.
Hodge,
Hart,
you have a
Mr.
caller.
Hart,
You have a caller.
You got to call
Huh?
out James.
James
Oh,
calling
okay.
in.
James, you can hear us?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
You can hear Mr. Hodge?
I hear James. I hear
Yeah, I
that
hear him.
voice.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear y'all.
How you doing,
There you
James?
go.
How you doing,
Hey,
James?
Nah, I just want to say, Mr. Hodge, man, I really appreciate you, man. Even though you hard on us, we good, man. I'm great, man.
Oh, man. Well, yo, listen, James. You know what, man? When I hear stuff like that, man, it just warms my heart, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a lot of good intentions. I had good intentions for y'all. And, you know, for you to come back and say something like that really means a lot to me. I appreciate it.
It's true.
Of course, man. I used to come to the PL and visit you sometimes. We used
Yeah,
to talk about
yeah.
Kaya and everybody else.
Yeah, yeah, man. I remember you, James. James, you were a pretty good athlete from what I remember. Pretty good.
Yeah,
Are you
me,
still
matter of fact,
you
remember
still
me
playing
and
ball?
Yvonne brother Gerardo?
Never.
Nah, man, I'm 50 years old, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You still young, James. You still got it, man. Don't give up.
Yeah, because
James,
Kev thing got
Nah, it's
hoop
listen,
over
man.
for
I
dreams.
that, man.
understand,
But
bro. I understand, man. I made a resurgence. I made a resurgence. I think when I was 50, when I was about 53, lost some weight, and I started going to the Y. I was working on my 3-point shot. That's all I shot, three, because there was too much work,
That's all
man, to
that's all you need.
post people up and all that, man. Forget that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you
Yo,
just
Mr.
run
Hodge,
behind.
you had that
I
Bill
got a lot of
Cartwright
great
joint.
memories with you,
Talk
Your
man.
right.
flow
Me,
like Bill
Yvonne,
Cartwright.
brother Gerardo,
This shit
Vaughn,
like
when
Bill
we went to that race
Cartwright.
to be
Eh.
that one
Oh,
first McCool Park.
hold on, James. Say something. Go ahead, James. Say it again.
Hey, Mr. Hodge, you remember when me, Yvonne, brother Gerardo, Juan, and Jamal Jenkins went over to the 131 McCoon's Park and had that race and we lost and you was mad at us?
Oh man.
Oh man,
Damn, man.
Get a rally
Ricks,
going.
get a
Yeah,
rally.
Man.
yo, that's
Yo, James,
crazy.
you know what the problem was, James? I had I had that competitive spirit, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I just wanted to win.
That's how it
Yeah.
goes, man. That's how
I
it
That's
wanted to
how
goes.
we
win.
all are. We got it from you, Ms. Oz,
That's
because
it.
that's where it started at. Because
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
we all competitive on this call right here.
yeah.
And
Of
nobody
course,
show up.
definitely. I know that for a fact.
Nobody shows up to say I want to lose. I never heard
Mm-hmm.
that one before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
Talk,
you
Kev.
ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Sec-
Everybody wants to
second
win.
place just mean you the first loser.
That's all it means.
That's what that means.
Nobody remembers. Nobody remembers who the runner-up
Members.
was. They
Nah,
only
only the
remember
Definitely.
who
winners.
won the chip.
That's a fact.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Fact.
Unless you have a name called Toast, then they remember you. Right?
That's right.
Oh shit.
This man, time, boy.
Don't kill me,
Man.
E. Don't kill me.
All right, y'all. Well, listen,
All
man.
right, James. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Yo,
Yeah, of
We
course, man. I
appreciate you,
appreciate
James.
y'all, man. I
much
love
love
y'all,
to
man.
y'all.
Watch y'all grow up, man. I love y'all, all y'all, man.
Love you
Love you
too,
too,
brother.
Much
James.
love,
Much
much
love.
All right,
Much
love,
James.
love.
bro. We
Everything good with the
appreciate you,
family,
man.
man.
Much
All
love.
right,
Much love.
man. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
everybody good,
sign
man.
off now, y'all. Okay.
All right, Mr.
All right,
Hodge.
Mr. Hodge,
All
man.
right,
All right.
Mr.
Appreciate
Hodge.
you, yo.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Y'all
you.
take care, man. Okay. Yes, sir.
All right, yo,
Okay.
you
Appreciate
too,
y'all,
man.
You
man.
be
And good
blessed,
luck with
bro.
All
this,
right.
man. I know it's gonna blow up. I know it's gonna blow
Yes,
up.
Yeah,
sir.
definitely.
Yes, sir.
All
Definitely,
right.
definitely, definitely,
All
definitely,
right. All
definitely.
right. Hey, yo.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
listen.
yeah.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Can we get around here?
Can we get a rally?
Can we get
Take
a
a look
rally?
around here. Yes, yes, yes.
Appreciate
Copy.
it, brother.
Yeah. All right,
Thank you,
y'all.
Mr.
Good
All
Hodge.
right,
night,
God.
man. You're welcome.
All
You're
right,
All
good
welcome.
right,
night.
good night.
Okay. Good night. Good night.
All right, good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Hey, yo.
Oh.
Hey, yo.
Sure.
Before we, yo, so we didn't get a chance to really introduce ourselves like that. Rod, start it off, Rod. Like, say a couple little. Just want to throw something about you out there real quick, body Rod. What they call you. Throw something out there real fast, Rod.
Everybody know me. Yo. I'm Rob. You know, the stylish guy, fly guy, you know,
Talk, Rod.
humble. Um, You know, we just starting a podcast. We trying to do something different, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bring everybody together, friends and family. Just talk our shit, man. We want to enjoy ourselves and, you know, just bring something different to the internet, man. That's all. That's all.
There we go, Rob. There we go, Rob. Kev, tell the viewers something about you, Kev. Just a little bit about you.
I'm Kev Boogie from the Bronx.
Sure.
Me and the brothers got together, started a little podcast, just small talk, good conversation, talking about entertainment, sports. We like to hear people's feedback and opinions, here to have respect for each other and, be successful at the same time, man. Show the world that you can have a few brothers get together and make something positive work and be successful at it. So that's all.
That's what we got, Kev. My man Ty Smash, the GOAT. Multiple names they got for him.
Smash.
Tell the viewers something about yourself, Ty.
Well, I'm just me, man. That's it. I ain't got much to say. I ain't much for words, so just sit back and enjoy the ride. Y'all gonna have a good time messing with us, man. Bunch of laughs.
Yeah, that's good.
Ain't none of that crying up here. We ain't having all those soft moments. This is where it's at, man. So we don't want to hear all that crying and shit. This episode here was the only time y'all gonna get something soft, and that wasn't even soft, but this is the softest it's gonna get. So just enjoy, man. We appreciate the love and the support from everybody. I want to say shout out to Kasim Cash, man, for hooking us up with that intro, man.
Definitely.
We appreciate
you,
bro.
He came through.
Looking,
I asked him one day. He did that in one day for us, man. Much love and respect for him.
Please.
Much love and respect for Mr. Hodge for setting us off. That was part of our foundation. So we wanted to have somebody that was there in the beginning to kind of, that y'all all could relate to and just kind of give y'all an idea of how the show is going to be. We're going to have a lot more guests. Sometimes we might not have guests. You're just going to hear and talk to us, and we want people to call in. So pay attention to the YouTube. I know we didn't get a lot of calls in today. I was trying to figure everything out. This is the first day, so just bear with us. But we're gonna get this right. We're gonna get this right.
So I gotta say something about myself real quick. Too many names, man. E Gunner, E Money, Fly Guy.
Memphis
What
E.
you wanna call me, man? Memphis E. Some other stuff they call
Smooth
me.
a lot. He's smooth a lot.
He's smooth a lot, just I've been around the world, just running around here, my brothers. First of all, this is a pleasure to do this with my brothers. If I'm gonna give risk for anybody, with my brothers, you know what I mean? And that's what we doing right now. We're just trying to, brotherhood. We trying to show people. If people don't know, if you are new, we 35 years plus, probably more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, we 35 years plus. Like, this is family. Ain't no friends. So we trying to show the youth. We trying to show everybody to listen. We still rocking, and it's still important for black brothers to come together and try to get money together. You feel me?
Correct.
That's what we doing right now, brothers.
100%.
That's what's going on. So
yeah, definitely.
So there's anybody that want to call in and talk, feel free. The line is open for another few minutes. So call in if you have any questions, comments, concerns.
You want to speak on who we gonna have on next? It's a little bit of something to know. We're gonna hold that down. What we want to do?
You can give a small introduction to our next guest.
So
for the next podcast.
So next podcast, which should be coming in next week. Keep in tune. We're gonna have Miss D Brooks, entrepreneur, a hustler. She's a female. She's everything as far as getting to the bag. So we're gonna show the ladies and even the dudes how to hustle. And no matter what you win, there's no telling you get out of it. So Miss D Brooks will be promoting. We'll show you the little stuff that's going on. We got going on with her, and keep in tune. That's what we got going on.
I got somebody want to chime in real quick on the line. So hold on. Yeah.
Yo.
Hello.
Yo, this.
I don't think they know who you is. You gotta tell them who you are. I don't want to tell them yet, but you tell them.
Is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Oh.
The
Oh,
GOAT.
Y'all
The
figure
GOat.
what up, bro?
What?
Go, baby.
Yeah. What goat
who's
is
good,
that?
y'all
Though,
right?
hold on.
You know who that is, Rob?
It's only one GOAT,
Yo,
Rod. Don't act like you
yeah,
don't know who the GOAT
yeah.
is.
Only
That's
one.
Earl of Man and Goat. Earl of Man and Goat was good, nigga.
Man ago. What's
Yo,
going
What
yo,
up,
on?
still
bro?
ain't the goat no more.
I'm just thinking how y'all got a podcast. Don't tell me.
Oh, he said we ain't telling him we was doing the podcast. How you gonna start one without telling him?
We ain't tell him? Nah, it been out. We I requested you, know what I mean? I told you about it. You ain't see it?
Follow the page. Go to Instagram, 134 Boys Podcast. Go to Facebook, 134 Boys. Like, follow.
Subscribe to that YouTube too, man.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
get that
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah,
We gotta
yeah.
get people on YouTube.
Subscribe to that
Subscribe
YouTube. Show
if you
love.
haven't already. Hit some likes.
Support. You know, support.
So the GOAT, what you been up to, man? We haven't seen you in a minute, man.
That's just working, man. That's it. Just being cute.
You still dunking?
Were you in
Yeah,
Michigan now?
Yeah.
that
So,
nigga don't.
You
That
always
nigga don't
moving
bowl no
around,
more.
man.
That nigga don't bowl no more. That shit,
You ain't
his
born no
ball
more?
career is over.
I don't know.
He
I
don't
don't
got it
ball
no
no
more.
more.
Nigga wanna he
Kev
yo
said he
yo
better
he
than you.
Come
Kev
on,
said he
man.
better than you, yeah.
But I'm used to kill that kid, man.
You should
yo
be two niggas,
chill.
though.
I doubt that. Now you bugging. Now you
Oh
bugging, bro. There's
yeah.
only one guy on here you could beat. That's Kevin. You
That's
ain't beat
fine.
nobody.
Crazy, man. See
Yo,
how they
chat
do
was
me, man?
good, my nigga. Yo, what's going on, man?
I'm
Yo, you
glad
can
you
hear me?
called in, man. Tune in next week, man.
Yeah, his
And,
phone cutting out.
so,
All
Yo,
right.
we
Can't
go.
hear me, can't hear me.
hey,
Yo,
but,
We gotta talk offline. We gotta get up with you, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
yo, be
Get you on
easy,
an
yo, be
episode
safe,
down the
yo.
line somewhere, man, with us.
Be good, be good, be good. You know what I mean? Yo, before we go, any shout outs? You wanna have any shout outs to somebody? Any shout outs? Really shout out Costin. You wanna shout anybody out?
I wanna shout out my moms who's been in the chat. I forgot to
Mama
tell Mr.
Cat.
Hodge she said hi. So
Cat.
shout out to my
Hey,
mother.
how you
She said,
doing? Shout
job
out.
Miss
well
Cat.
done, guys. She proud of us. So shout out to my moms, always supporting.
Okay,
Thank you,
Love her.
thank you, Miss Cat. We appreciate you
Thank
and
you,
love
thank
you for
you,
that.
Miss
we
Cat.
love you,
Thank
Miss
you.
Cat. I'm gonna shout out two people. Um, I'm gonna shout out my brother Henry. Listen, yo, I hope if you see this, if it gets to you, whatever's going on, bro, let's move. We don't care about that, bro. You family, and we love you. Whatever's going on, we love you, bro. And second, the the homegirl, the sister, Latour. We gonna shout out to Latour.
Latour.
We
Shout
gonna
out
Love
to
shout
you,
out to
man.
Latour,
our
man.
Latour. Listen,
Shout
we gonna
out,
bring you
shout
on.
out.
You know you family. You know you family, Latour. So don't get it twisted. You know you my sister. So next episode of something come on, we wanna put you on. Know what I mean? And that's my shout out. So
What about you, Ralph? Or Kev?
I just want to shout out. I want to shout out y'all, man, for making it happen. You know, Ty, Kevin
Yeah.
B.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all, man. I'm glad we got a chance to do this
Love,
shit,
bro.
and I hope we could shoot off to the moon, baby.
We
I'm
top
gonna
shouting out
man.
y'all three,
Word to
man.
top.
I'm shouting out
yeah.
y'all three, definitely,
Who you got, Kev?
Shout out to God for making this possible, man. Because without Him, nothing's
definitely.
possible, man.
All
So
day.
I love y'all,
Yes,
bros. I
sir.
love all the supporters. Thank you guys for tuning in, following.
Yes, sir.
Liking the page. Continue to share. Please push us out there. Get us, some more viewers. That we can increase topics. Give us your feedback. Let us know, what topics you're interested in talking about, and just show love, man. We appreciate everybody. Love you guys, man. Thank you again.
All right.
Dev is our Russell Simmons of the show. So he comes out and give you that closing one. Thank God. So he's our
That's right.
Russell Simmons. You know?
That's right.
So let's do.
So
That's what's up.
Yeah,
salute to everybody. And like he said, look, we would have loved to have. I'm gonna leave it there. He said it right. But look, we shout out to everybody, man. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna play this song, that our intro, our song, one more time while we get out of here. And see y'all guys in another week. Check it. If you missed most of this interview with Mr. Hodge, it will be on YouTube at least by tonight or tomorrow morning. So check it out.
Solid.
Thank you.
That's what's up.
All right,
Signing out.
peace.
You now rocking with the 1, 3, 4 smash.
Hey.
You now rocking with the 3, 4. Cut it and roll. You know smash. You now rocking with the 1, 3, 4 smash. Podcast uncut and roll. You now rocking with the 1, 3, 4 podcast uncut and roll. You now rocking with the 1, 3, 4 podcast uncut and roll. You now rocking with the 1, 3, 4 podcast uncut and roll. You know smash, about to have it on smash, about to test it with the presses. Hope you dudes and you chicks gon' pass on go mode, so you can't stop it. We let the fans shoot, so pick any topic. My bro Yvonne, yeah, he been a dawn, live from the X, been putting that ish on. Don't even try the homies and let it fly. The corner store, I'm in the play about the homie ride. Talk about A1s, been loyal from day one. What y'all know about the horsemen? What? My 4 brothers, I'm speaking for them, I'm leaving you gems. So I hopped on this beat like Kevin the Rim. This here, perfect timing. Cash Ruger, that's who rhyming. We shining like new diamonds. They sharper than new liners. We ready, we on timing. You tune think you on timing. You know where the finest from Bristol to Lyman. New York. You're now rocking with the 1, 3, 4 smash. Podcast uncut and roll. You're now rocking with the 1, 3, 4 podcast uncut and roll. You're now rocking with the 1, 3, 4 podcast uncut and roll. You're now